I mean, now it's no longer at do you know somebody who knows somebody. Now we all know somebody who has corona.
Yeah.
Okay, so hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're the Matep Sisters. Thank you so much for passing by to watch this video. We talk about health and fitness and everything lifestyle. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly please subscribe before even we move on to today's conversation. Kindly subscribe. Okay, subscribe. Thank you so much. You just hit the red subscribe button that is somewhere down here. You just click subscribe.
It's free, guys.
Yeah, and it's absolutely free. So today I usually shoot with my sister Juliet, but she's not here with us today. So today I'm with my sister Cynthia. Everybody introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Cynthia Swisha and Nisema.
Okay, yeah. So this is Cynthia. She's normally like behind the camera. How does it feel now being like in front of the camera? Is it tense?
Yeah, a bit tense, but not that much.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like it's fun being the one recording when you don't have to like talk a lot.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to research. You don't have to worry about did I say this right or not. Okay, karibu sana.
Asante.
Okay. So guys, today we are talking about mental health. In the midst of this pandemic, and just generally, there's a lot of we feel like the people don't talk a lot about mental health and how it affects people, and not just because of this pandemic, but generally there's a lot of people who are suffering from mental health issues. Okay. And we felt like, okay, let's use this platform to talk about it, and also just give our own experiences on how we, because I think at one point or the other people face mental health issues. Maybe you've never faced it, but some people talk about it openly, some people don't. Maybe you go through a phase in life where you are depressed, and some people don't even know they're depressed. So I think this is a very interesting topic. Feel free to engage with us in the comment section. Let us know if you've had depression or if you've had any mental health problem. How did you deal with it? And let's engage further. Cindy? Yeah. So I think we will also be referring a lot to COVID-19 because we know at least of people that have been affected with regards to mental health or who've had mental health issues as a result of the pandemic. So maybe we should just start with how do you even define mental health problem? Like, how would you know that you have a mental health problem?
So it's as you've mentioned, mental health is something that some people do not really relate with it. Like, you could be having a mental health problem, but you do not know that you do. So the first point is just to assess yourself, to try and understand, is it that I'm suffering from a mental health issue? We could have certain symptoms like maybe lack of sleep. Okay, some people have insomnia for some reason, but if you start having like lack of sleep for you don't even know why, then you should really just think about it and try to assess, could I be having a mental health problem? We also talk of maybe what else?
If you like, sometimes you just feel like not talking to people. You have isolated yourself. People call you and you just look at the phone and you don't want to pick up the phone. You don't want to talk to your family members. You don't want to talk to your friends. You actually even like run away from your friends. And sometimes, by the way, maybe all of us, like, sometimes you are dealing with some challenges and you just don't want to talk to someone. But it can also take a lot of, it can be a long period of time where you just want to sit alone in the house.
Yeah, just like isolate yourself. You don't want to socialize with people at all. Like you just want to be in a I could say a
Cocoon
quiet
sort of.
environment,
Yeah.
sort of. Like you just want to be alone. That's it. We could also talk about suicidal thoughts, which is really like an advanced stage of knowing whether you're suffering from a mental health problem.
Yeah.
When you have suicidal thoughts, you're like, I don't know, I've never had it, but I think
Thank God.
I think it's like an advanced stage, because you're like, maybe I should just try this thing. We should just get over with all of this. So we are trying to like relate with so many people who are like facing a lot of challenges right now, due to not even maybe due to, but probably due to COVID-19, because some people have lost their jobs, some are on unpaid leave, salary cuts, like a lot has changed. That it's time that we just try to like find ways of coping with this pandemic, because guys, we don't know how long it will be here. So
Yeah,
the sooner we like cope with it, the better.
Exactly. And also, there are also people who have suffered directly from the pandemic. Some people have been, they have, gotten the disease. Maybe you have a family member who has tested positive for the disease, or a friend. I mean, now it's no longer do you know somebody who knows somebody? Now we all know somebody who has corona.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is very real, and it is like spreading so fast that I feel like even the anxiety that we had like Kitambo when it was starting, like 4 or 5 months ago, it wasn't as okay. Yeah, it was a bit scary, but I feel like now it's sinking in. Like,
Yeah.
wow, okay, this thing is actually
It's
there.
real.
It's real. I mean,
Yeah.
like, hey, unasikia like mtu like a family member or a friend, or somebody that okay, it's coming closer and closer.
Yeah.
So that also like raises your anxiety more, and for some people it's very easy to get into depression because of even just not that it's a death sentence. I mean, people get it, and but also the stigma around it. Yeah.
Watu kukuona nasema niliona ni kama ule walisema kuna COVID. Like there is a lot that just surrounds maybe having COVID-19, or it's the same way like now if you sneeze in public, kila mtu atasema ay hapana. That's the stigma that you're talking about. Like people are so like associating with something that is maybe deadly, but it's not deadly, you guys. It's something in unaweza
see watu wanapona. And like I feel like even the fear is more of the stigma that comes with it than okay, will I be able to fight the disease? I mean, if you don't have, and we have been told by the ministry that even young people now are dying.
Yeah.
People who don't even have like underlying issues. So some thoughts could be, okay, how will people take me?
Yeah.
After knowing that I have the disease, how will I relate with people or to people after even like recovering and I'm COVID-19?
First, will people believe that I truly recovered?
Yeah.
Like when you say let's God forbid, but if I test positive for COVID-19, and then you have to quarantine yourself and whatnot, then after 14 days you start telling people, oh guys, I'm okay, I'm now COVID-19 negative. Nobody will believe you. Actually, like no.
Actually, they might. It's exactly what you say. People will be like, hey, alikuwa na COVID, like, and it is I'm test negative, but what, people will still like, no, let me not like come close to you guys, really. And that is even why we wanted to talk about this thing. Let's end the stigma. It can be you, it can be somebody else that you like, oh, I don't want to meet with that person because they've tested negative, but anyway, he or she was COVID positive last week.
Yeah,
that could be that person today. Tomorrow it could be you. So really, and that now like gets us back to the conversation about mental health and mental health instability. And such things like even stigma can cause you to just get into depression, not want to talk to someone or people, or just want to isolate yourself because you feel like
and this, I feel like for the stigma part, this is something that we could end ourselves. COVID is something that is maybe beyond our
right.
Yeah, but when we talk of stigma, we could just try and help someone who is already this COVID-19 has brought a lot of issues. So we could just help someone by at least talking to them, checking on them. Maybe if you could, some people, for instance, maybe they don't like checking on other people so much, but just take the initiative. Isikwani like, because you didn't check on me, then I won't check on you. Just try checking on someone. You don't know what they are going through. Just go beyond saying, how are you doing today? Just tell them, are you okay?
Yeah.
Can I help in any way?
Yeah.
So maybe you could just all just try to just end the stigma by socializing more, checking on other people. It doesn't have to be physically because of social distancing and whatnot, but just a phone call, you guys, Zoom, just try, some people just cheer up someone's day, just make someone smile, because already there's so much, so just be the reason that someone is like happy and
I feel like you should be a motivational speaker. maybe that's a talent that you've not discovered. So I really like what you've said, because you, instead of now stigmatizing that person, you should be, like, just speak life and just, have, positive, comments, and just pray even for that person. Okay. So now that you know that you have a mental problem, and by the way, we should mention, I think we were talking about it before we started shooting, about like 2 people that we know now that have committed suicide. And sad. This, very sad. And this even prompted us to now talk about this. And man, it is just out of, like, we know that it is out of this pandemic. The effects that have come with, the pandemic, like, uncertainty about the future. Somebody lost their job and they have a family they have to feed. And so when you get to a point where you have suicidal thoughts, like, I feel like maybe I should just end it. Guys, this is not the end of the world. This COVID, okay, we pray that you probably get a vaccine or something, or treatment, so that you can move on with our lives without worry. But it is maybe here now.
Take it positively, like, because it's here, we should just try and have a positive perception rather than a negative one. Yes, I've lost my job, maybe the salary cut, maybe there are a lot of people that are depending on me, maybe back at home, some people are depending for you to send them money and whatnot. Just view it as a time to just like focus on yourself, re-identify yourself. Like, maybe I should just sit down and just think, Cynthia, who am I? Like, really?
Discover your other, talents. What else can you do? I mean, even like now that the technology has taken over social media, and the digital space has a lot of opportunities. What can you do? What other jobs can you do? Can you do online writing? What can you do to like make that extra coin? It's not easy. It's not about like money. Just try, even just something that keeps you busy. It doesn't have to, of course, lazima pesa, but just having something that like keeps you busy. Try reading. For me, I find really taking a walk or just running in the evening, it really clears my mind and like helps me just feel energized and just happy. So just try doing something that you like. And by the way, that really helps with your mental health state also. They say actually exercise helps. So, if you can even pick like a 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes exercise, if you can do 30 minutes a day, that will be really good. You can running really helps clear your mind. You can actually do any exercise, keep up, whatever, even in your house. So just exercise, it helps with this. It has been proven that it helps depression. Okay. I think the other thing is talk to someone. Okay. If you feel like you have all these symptoms that we've talked about, like you don't want to talk to people, you're isolating yourself, find courage to talk to at least one person. It could be your parents or your sibling or your best friend. Just one person to talk to and just tell them, pour your heart out, tell them, talk to them about how you're feeling. And that will really help. Any other thing that you think could, apart from exercising, talking to someone?
So also I've realized that social media has comes with a lot of expectations.
Yes.
Like how should you appear in public? Maybe how should you dress? How should you, there's a lot that comes with pressure. Yeah, that's the word. There's a lot of pressure when it comes to social media. Just try taking breaks from social media. Maybe take like a week's break or just a month, whichever. Just give yourself time and say, you know what, I'm not going to like go to Facebook or Instagram or all these social media platforms, because at times it just gives you realize that maybe some people unaangalia mtu unasema she's so good, like she's kama yeye ana stress. It's like, hey, it's this pandemic has just imeni affect to mimi peke yangu, because you look at your friends, you look at your peers and you're like, what, why me, Lord? So just try like just taking an off from social media.
Guys, it really helps, because social media pressure is real. And by this, social media is fake. Like I usually say 80% of the time social media, like content is not content per se, but what people post about their lives on social media is 80% of the time it's not even real. I could just post there with a very nice picture or a very nice video about I'm having fun,
but deep within,
but really within I'm fighting, like I'm fighting something that nobody even knows about. You understand? So don't go and look at people there and you're thinking, hey, I'm alone in this, I'm suffering, people are doing well. Like the way you've put it very well. Yeah, so I think the last thing that we would advise is, apart from, also that, like doing something that you enjoy, if you enjoy reading or exercising or whatever, also get enough sleep. You could have insomnia, which is something different. Seek medical help. Talk to a doctor, talk to a counselor. I was reading, when we were preparing for this shoot, I was reading about what the government of Kenya has done, and they've done something on mental health and like just supporting Kenyans who are suffering from mental health. I know that they've not talked about it, they've not like made a lot of noise about it, and maybe people don't know, Kenyans don't know, if I have a mental health issue or I'm depressed or I have an anxiety, how do I even seek help? How can the government help me? Because it's not everybody will have access to private facilities or private services. So the government has actually they have a hotline. We will link it. We will link in the description box, like the article that I was reading, and I think the CAS Health was announcing about I think a couple of months ago or a month ago, I don't know, I'm not sure, about the hotlines that you can call and you can talk to a counselor, I think free of charge.
Wow.
Yeah, so that will really help. So you don't have to suffer, or even like commit suicide. Usifike hapo.
Above all, just pray.
Yes.
Pray and just trust God and just tell God your issues. Unajua saa zingine pia binadamu, they can't help. So God will help you with all this. And just pray, trust the process, and just know that it shall pass.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so I hope this conversation will really help someone. Guys, this is just a very short video about stigma around COVID-19, dealing with mental health generally and depression. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Cynthia, for coming by. And thank you for being a great super producer, super videographer, super editor.
Okay.
And now
go on.
And now Simona unaweza fanya hii kazi.
Naweza, kumbe siko mbaya. Msininini pale kwenye comments.
She's done very well. Please shout out to Cynthia and follow her on Instagram. Guys, you can also follow us on Facebook. We now have a Facebook page. We will also be posting articles on our Facebook page, and we're also setting up a blog where we will be posting written articles, because I love to write. Actually, it's a family thing. Writing is she's a journalist, I'm a journalist. My sister Juliet is a super duper writer. Yeah. So we will be writing also a lot, on top of doing YouTube. We are setting up a blog, and that would be very interesting actually. But other than that, follow us on Instagram at the Matep Sisters. We link our pages on Facebook, Matep Sisters, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. Okay,
please subscribe
and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.